this time, we're going to solve quadratic equations by factoring. In the given equation, x squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. The first term is x squared, wherein the numerical coefficient of the first term is 1. When the numerical coefficient of the first term is 1, then a is equal to 1. When a is equal to 1, then the quadratic equation is considered a simple quadratic trinomial equation. When the equation is a simple quadratic trinomial equation, then in solving, get the factors of the third term. And the factors of 12 are 4 and 3. Another factors, negative 4 and negative 3. Another factors is 6. Another factors are 6 and 2. Another factors, negative 6 and negative 2. Another factors, 12 and 1. Another factors, negative 12 and negative 1. Then get the sum of the factors. So, in getting the sum, you have to consider the law of sign, the law of sign numbers. For numbers having the same signs, add the numbers and copy their common sign. Then 4 plus 3 is 7. Their common sign is positive. Negative 4, negative 3 is negative 7. 6 plus 2 is positive 8. Negative 6, negative 2 is negative 8. 12 plus 1 is 13. Negative 12, negative 1 is negative 13. After getting the sum, then look at the numerical coefficient of the second term. The numerical coefficient of the second term is positive 7. So look at the sum. This is positive 7. So these are the factors. So now, after getting out the factors, the correct factors, then in factoring, write two sets of parentheses and equate this to 0. Then, get the factors of the first term. What are the factors of x squared? The factors are x and x. Then, get the factors of the third term, which are 4 and 3. So you can write positive 4 and positive 3. We have 4 and 3, positive 4, positive 3. So after writing the two factors, the binomial factors, then use the zero product property or the zero factor property. X plus 4 equals 0. Then x plus 3 equals 0. Using the zero product property, which is x plus 4 equals 0, then x plus 3 equals 0, the zero product property or the zero factor property. Then, using now the transferring of one term from one side to another side, x is equal to positive 4 crosses the equal sign, then positive 4 becomes negative 4. Another one, x positive 3 crosses the equal sign, then it becomes negative 3. So these are now the roots of the quadratic equation x squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. These are the roots or the solutions. Okay. Another, if we will, I write first positive 3 ahead than 4. Let's try. Or, using the same equation, x squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Then, writing two sets of parentheses and equate this to 0. The factors of the first term are x and x. The factors of x squared are x and x. The factors of 12 are 4 and 3. Okay, so if we will write 3 ahead than 4, so 3 and 4, positive 3, positive 4, will we arrive with the same answer? Okay, let's try. Using the zero product property or the zero factor property, x plus 3 equals 0, then x plus 4 equals 0. X now, solving for x, transferring positive 3 to the right side of the equation, it becomes negative 3. X here equals positive 4 crosses the equal sign, then it becomes negative 4. Look at now the answers. We have x equals negative 3, x equals negative 3, x is negative 4, x is negative 4. In other words, whether we write the factors interchangeably, then we will arrive with the same answer. It is because that the first term here has a numerical coefficient of 1. Okay. So, how do we know that these solutions or roots here are correct? So, let's do the checking. To check, x squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Okay, when x is negative 4, using the solution or root of a quadratic equation. So, then substituting, instead of writing x, you write negative 4. So, negative 4 squared plus 7 times negative 4 plus 12 equals 0. Then question mark. Negative 4 squared is negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Then positive times negative is negative. 7 times 4 is 28 plus 12 equals 0. 16 minus 28 is negative 12 plus 12 equals 0. So 12 minus 12 is 0 equals 0. Okay. How about when x is negative 3? So substituting to the equation, x squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Then x is negative 3 squared plus 7 times negative 3 plus 12 equals 0. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Positive times negative is negative 21 plus 12 equals 0. 9 minus 21 is negative 12 plus 12 equals 0. So 12 minus 12 is 0 equals 0, and that is correct. In other words, the roots that we have, which are negative x equals negative 3 and x equals negative 4, are correct because it satisfies the equation. Another solution for the quadratic equation x squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Get the numerical coefficient of the first term, which is 1. Then the third term is 12. And then get the factors of 1. So the factors are 1 and 1. The factors of 12, let's try 6 and 2. This method is more of a trial and error. After getting the factors, then cross multiply. 1 times 6 equals 6. 1 times 2 is equal to 2. And then add, we have 6 plus 2 is positive 8. So 8 is different from 7. So the factors here are not correct. So change the factors of the third term. Let's try 4 and 3. If in 12 we have the factors 4 and 3, then cross multiplying, 1 times 4 is 4, then 1 times 3 is 3, then add 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 is the same as 7 of the numerical coefficient of the second term. Then now, since we are in factoring, write two sets of parentheses and equate this to 0. Then we have 1 numerical coefficient of the first term. Then this is considered x and x. So we have x and x. And the partner of x here is positive 4. So let's try positive 4. And then the partner of another one, x here is positive 3. So x plus 3. So we have the factors, two sets of factors. The quantity x plus 4 times the quantity x plus 3 equals 0. So we have, using the zero product property or the zero factor property, x plus 4 equals 0. Then x plus 3 equals 0. Then transferring this to the right side of the equation becomes x equals negative 4. X here, transferring positive 3 to the other side of the equation, positive 3 crosses the equal sign, then it becomes negative 3. So these are now the roots or the solutions of a quadratic equation, x squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. This is another solution. We use this method in getting the factors. How about if we will write x plus 3 ahead than x plus 4? Will we arrive at the same answer? Let's try. Or x plus 3 then x plus 4 equals 0. Okay, writing first the equation, x squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Then using the zero product property, x plus 3 equals 0. Then x plus 4 equals 0. Then x, now transferring positive 3 to the right side of the equation, it's negative 3. X equals negative 4. So look at now the solutions or the roots. X is equal to negative 3, x is equal to negative 3, x is equal to negative 4, and x is equal to negative 4. In other words, whether you write first this factor, x plus 3, then followed by another factor, x plus 4, the answers that we will get will be the same as in the first computation. Another equation in solving quadratic equation by factoring. 3x squared minus 9x minus 12 equals 0. The first term here is 3x squared, wherein a is 3. A is greater than 1. When a is greater than 1, then the quadratic equation is considered a general quadratic trinomial equation. Once it is a general quadratic trinomial equation, this is more of a trial and error. Okay, so getting the factors of the numerical coefficient of the first term, 3. The factors are 3 and 1. Now, get the third term, which is negative 12. So, getting the factors of negative 12. So, for negative 12, the factors here are 6 and negative 2. Negative 6 and positive 2. Negative 4 and positive 3. Positive 4 and negative 3. Positive 12 and negative 1. Then negative 12 and positive 1. Then, since this is more of a trial and error, then we will get two factors. Let's try 6 and negative 2. Then we have here 6 and negative 2. Okay, after that, cross multiplying. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. 1 times 6 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. 0 is different from negative 9. So, this is not the exact factors. So, let's try. Since this is more of a trial and error, let's change negative 2 and positive 6. Okay. So, then cross multiplying, 3 times 6 is 18. Then 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Then 18 minus 2 is 16 positive, which is entirely different from negative 9. So, this is now, so these factors here are not correct. So, let's try. Using the common sense. Let's try. If this is negative 9, then let's try. If we will use negative 4, multiplying it by 3, this is negative 12. Okay, let's try. Negative 4 and positive 3. So, multiplying, cross multiplying, 1 times 3 is 3. Then 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Then, you add 12 minus 3 is 9. Then, the sign is negative. So, this one here, negative 9, is the same as negative 9. So, the factors, you can write the factors. So, in factoring, write two sets of parentheses and equate this to 0. Then, we have 3x. The partner is positive 3. Let's try 3x plus 3. Then x, the partner is negative 4. X minus 4. So these are now the factors. Then using the zero product property or the zero factor property, 3x plus 3 equals 0. Then x minus 4 equals 0. Then transferring positive 3 to the right side of the equation, thus making the equation 3x equals negative 3. In here, x equals, transferring negative 4 to the right side of the equation, then this becomes positive 4. Now, eliminating 3, which is the numerical coefficient of x, so x now is left. 3 here, since this is multiplication, when it is transferred to the right side, this becomes the denominator. The denominator of all the terms at the right side. Since the term at the right side is only negative 3, so this is now the numerator. Okay, so x now, negative divided by positive is negative, 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we have the roots or the solutions, which are x is negative 1 and x is positive 4. Okay, so let's try, or let's check if these solutions here are correct. Okay, let's do the checking. Let's check. When x is negative 1, substitute to the original equation. 3x squared minus 9x minus 12 equals 0. Substituting the value of x, which is negative 1, 3 times negative 1 squared minus 9 times negative 1 minus 12 equals 0. 3 negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Negative 9 times negative 1 is positive 9 minus 12 equals 0. Then 3 times 1 is 3 plus 9 minus 12 equals 0. 3 plus 9 is 12 minus 12 equals 0. 12 minus 12 is 0 equals 0, and that is correct. So the value at the left side equals to the value at the right side, and that is correct. Okay, when x is positive 4, then substitute the value of x, which is 4, to the original equation. 3x squared minus 9x minus 12 equals 0. 3 times 4 squared minus 9 times 4 minus 12 equals 0. 4 squared is 16. Negative 9 times positive 4 is negative 36 minus 12 equals 0. 3 times 16 is 48 minus 36 minus 12 equals 0. 48 minus 36 is 12 minus 12 equals 0. 12 minus 12 is 0 equals 0. So the value at the left side of the equation equals the value at the right side of the equation. That means to say that the value of x, which is 4, satisfies the quadratic equation, and the two roots here are correct.